Hi, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Musings podcast. I'm your host Kungu Mildred, and I'm so happy that you joined me on another Wednesday for another amazing episode. So, yo guys, hey, I'm stressed. If you watched or listened to the Plot 10 Chronicles episode, you know that we've been having problems and there's been some activities, some progress, or I don't know how to call it, some developments actually. Yeah, that should be the right word. So the guy that we were brought for, like our caretaker, he ran away. And the way he ran away, it was just bad. He was sick. He was sickly for a long time. But then what he did in order to move that, I think that just deserves another day for that entire story because it involves somebody who's very innocent. I don't feel like I should talk about it, but yeah, it was very bad. But yeah, he ran away. So now we do not have a caretaker, and water problems are still here like there was, because now they're making a sidewalk on the main road. We can go for morning jogs and evening walks and stuff from where I live to even the main road at Risambu. It won't be so far. Like, I know it doesn't make a difference, but the fact that you won't be walking on muddy or dusty sidewalks, pavements, or whatever sort of helps. Yeah, so yeah, we can go for walks in the afternoon or in the morning or whatever. Just wake up and go for a walk and come back, or wait in the evening, go for a walk and then come back. So because they're doing that, they've cut the pipes, so we do not have running water like at all. This week I'm recording this on the 24th because it's past midnight, so it's at 1:12 a.m. So on the 24th, and yeah, this week we're not going to have water, like running water at all. Even the one that I usually, take for cooking and drinking, I'll have to buy even that separately from whatever I get. Like 5 liter of water is 50 shillings. So I'll have to go and buy that tomorrow. Money. Like, I don't know why I'm struggling like this. God knows I do not have money. Like, this month has just been hectic. And it's still on the 24th. I still have like another whole week to go. So, I'm just so tired. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my energy is just gone. I feel I'm just existing. I'm surviving. I'm not living, honestly. And I don't know how long I'm going to be able to take this. But anyway, yesterday I watched a Kenyan movie and it was sort of funny. And yeah, those are the things that I do for me in order to be able to give myself some semblance of normalcy, because otherwise I'd go crazy, like really crazy, because it's really bad. But yeah, we are surviving. My grandmother's been telling me to go to the village, and honestly I really want to. It's just that I need to resolve the issues that are happening here before I go. I can't just leave without knowing who's the next caretaker, what is going to happen, like water problems, because I also can't leave without water in the house. I have to make sure that by the time I'm leaving, I have some stored water in the house, so that when I come back, I'm not now calling people like, oh, nilete maji, because who knows what time I'll arrive back at home on the day that I'll be coming back. So I have to make sure that things are in order in this house before I leave. So, yo. Ooh, that's me. 24/7. Just pray for God to help. Because I don't want to pray for patience or anything of that sort. Because God is going to be like, oh, okay, let me show you. So yeah, I'm not on that. So I'm going to go straight to today's episode. I hope that I record it within 20, 25 or 30 minutes, because I'm not interested in doing this for a long time. And I also need to record the next episode, Saturday's episode, and I need to do them within this hour. So it's 1:15 right now. I need to finish by 1:30 or 1:35 or 1:40, and then record the next one by 2, 2:10, 2:20. I want to be done with both episodes. So yeah, the editing will be amazing. So let's get into it. Luckily, it wasn't a long movie. It was 1 hour, 20 something minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's get into it. On today's episode, I'm going to be giving a review of the Kenyan movie From Kisii With Love. From Kisii With Love is a 2024 Kenyan film written by Nyakundi Isaboke, directed by Nyakundi Isaboke, and produced by Kamau Muthei, Kiran Ratenya, Mwix Mutinda, and Nyakundi Isaboke. The cast members include Anthony Ashioya, he plays Makori, Nungari Kiore plays Pacifica, Sami Mwangi plays Mr. Jingjong, Anne Muli plays Makila, Xavier Yawaya plays Bazenga, Kiran Ratanya plays Weissman, Timothy Mutinda plays the cab director, amongst other cast members. So, if you love spoilers, continue with this. If you do not like spoilers, go to YouTube, not Netflix. Go to YouTube right now, type in From Kisii With Love, and it's under tidbits, and you're going to watch it. And then come back and tell me if you agree with me or not, because this is official spoiler alert. Now, From Kisii With Love follows this boy, this man, Mr. Makori himself. Makori is a young man in Nairobi who we start with him, in the, he was taking that shower that is called passport, where he was only washing his armpits and his face. The rest of his body does not have to see water. And he's doing it outside his house to go and meet his girlfriend. That is Michaela. So he does that. The girlfriend calls him, they talk, and he's like, I'm on my way, don't worry, I'm taking a shower, I'm coming. And then he leaves. He goes where they're supposed to meet, at this restaurant, and the girl is already there, the lady is already there, and they eat, they talk. Afterwards, he proposes to her because that's what he wanted. Actually, on his way there, his friend, Weissman, was the one who was driving him, because these guys worked for a taxi or a cab company. So Weissman is the one who's driving him to go into the restaurant. And while they were going, they stopped by this place, they got the ring. Or is it Weissman who had the ring and gave it to him? I don't know, something like that. So Weissman drops him at the restaurant and he waits outside in the cab. He goes inside, he's eating, talking to the girl, and then he proposes, as I said before. And then the lady is like, no, I was not ready for this. I'm not ready for a committed relationship. You didn't inform me before, so you have taken me by surprise and stuff like that. And then she leaves. There was this person who was recording all of this. And the moment that lady looked at those people with the camera recording them, there's a face she made, and I was like, yeah, she's not going to say yes. So anyway, she runs outside. While they were eating, by the way, there's a phone call. She kept getting this phone call that she was not responding to. And she kept telling the guy, like, Makori, oh, I have table manners, I cannot answer my phone during, while eating. So instead she texted. Kumbe, she was telling the guy to come and pick her up. After saying no, she leaves and goes to the parking lot and enters into this guy's car, and they drive away with Weissman looking at her. Like he had seen her getting into the car, and he was just like, okay. And then Makori comes out and is frustrated, he's upset. So he goes back and is very depressed and he's sad and he's upset and he keeps saying fuck love and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh boy. He was so frustrated, and he kept doing, like, he was just so frustrated with everything that was happening. He tries to go back to work because Weissman came to get him, and he goes there at the cab stand where they usually wait for clients or whatever. There are these other cab drivers who keep giving him like terrible advices. There's one who told him, actually, like, you know what, if a girl said no to me, I will kill and kill myself. And then he continued just talking nonsense. That made Makori beat him up, and I was like, yes, I'm on Makori's side, because what the hell is that? What kind of advice is that? And watching that moment, I realized why men are so depressed and why men do not talk to their fellow men when they're going through heartbreaks and heartaches and stuff like that. Because these guys were making fun of him. I don't care how anybody sees it, but they were making fun of him while he was down, as if love is nothing. Because somebody who was very, very in love, he was heartbroken because his girl turned him down. And his friends, instead of encouraging him, instead of holding his hand and telling him that things are going to be okay and stuff like that, they were making fun of him and laughing at him. Because to show emotions, if you're a man, is considered weak or something. So anyway, that video of theirs was posted online by those people who had recorded it, and it went viral. So after he beat up that guy ran to the cab director, and he ratted Makori out. Such a very stupid man. And then Makori was put on suspension. So at this moment, we're shown Nyakundi Saboki was in the village in the farm digging, and then he's talking Kisii. He just started ranting in Kisii. I don't know what he was saying because I was cooking at the time, so I didn't put like CC on so that I can see what was happening or understand what he was saying. So he just kept ranting in Kisii for a while, and then he took out his phone, and I don't know what he did. But then we are shown that he's coming back home. This is Makori, and there's a woman waiting for him outside there. And Mr. Jingjong is sitting outside the house because they were neighbors with Makori, and he's the one who's talking to her, and she's just looking at him. So Makori comes and she introduces herself and she says, like, your mother told me to come and be your wife. And I'm like, what? But on one hand, I was like, why Nikubaya? But on the other hand, I was like, well, she came. Actually, there's a part she said, I was not forced. I was shown your photo. I know that your mom and my mom were friends, and your mom told me that you're a good guy and that you wanted a wife, and so I came. Because even the mom had called Makuri and told him that she's going to send over a wife or something. And he kept saying that, no, I'm not interested in a wife, blah, blah, blah. Those videos online are lying, nini, nini. But the mom took the matters into her own hands and sent a lady from Kisii with shopping and everything and brought, her over and sent her over. So Makori invites her to the house and he tries to tell her to leave because he does not want a wife. He did not call for her and all of that. So anyway, the movie progresses and it gets to a point where now he's starting to sort of heal, but he's been drinking and drinking and drinking. Wiseman takes him to a club one day, and while at the club, he sees Michaela with the man. So she went, and I think she was cohabitating with that guy. That is Bazenga. They were living together. So they meet at the club. He drinks Makori and he goes to confront her in front of Bazenga, and she denies ever knowing him to his face, and after he leaves to Bazenga. So he gets upset and they go. When she goes home, this man, actually when he goes back to his table, this man starts flirting with the women next to him. And then the next day or that same day, I don't know, she's at home at Bazenga's place, and Bazenga comes over with two different women. And he goes like, you have to share, or if you don't want to share, you can decide what to do, because I'm free to do whatever I want to do in my own house. So she gets upset. She tries to, placate him. She tries to be nice and cute and everything, but he's like, yeah, I've decided I want them. And the girl starts talking rubbish towards Makila and stuff. So, she leaves. Then she goes and starts looking for Makori again. Makori at this time, he's not accepted Pacifica yet. They're not doing anything. They haven't done anything. She just cooks for him, cleans for him. They argue. This one moment she argued with him, and she was like, it was after Michaela came back. So she came back and she had served him with sweet potatoes and boiled maize and a couple of other things for his breakfast, and was eating outside the house. And Mr. Jingjong came to eat with him as well. So while they were eating, Michaela comes and she's like, I want you back, blah, blah, blah. And Jingjong, like, I know he did this intentionally because he called for Pacifica from inside the house, and that name Pacifica is just so funny. And she came and they just stared each other down. So Michaela got upset and walked away. Makori did not say anything. Later on, she sent a note to Makori to go and meet her somewhere. So they go and they start talking. So Michaela comes up with a plan that, that guy that you saw me with at the club, he did me dirty and he kicked me out. So I want revenge and I need your expertise on that. And so he goes like, okay, so what do you want us to do? They come up with a plan. When he goes back home, Pacifica is very upset. She's like, you were with her, blah, blah, blah. They start arguing. Of course, again, Makori goes like, I did not ask you to come here. I did not choose you. I do not want you in my house, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, actually there's this time they argued before, or was it at that time where he was like, you can leave if you want. And she started crying, saying that she has nobody, her mom died. I think she said she has never met her dad and nobody's at home waiting for her. So if he kicks her out, where is she supposed to go? And I was like, where did you come from, madam? Why are you talking as if only took her from thin air? Anyway, he let her stay. So their plan was to go to Bazenga's house while he was partying with those girls inside his house. I think he changed their drinks and he had put something in them to make them drowsy. So while they slept, she and Makori came in through the balcony door. They were looking for a bag full of money because Michaela knew there was a bag full of money in that house. So they started looking for it. In the bedroom, it wasn't there. They looked in the kitchen, it wasn't there. Makori comes into the living room and starts checking the girls' bags and stuff. He finds a bag full of cash and he hides it when Michaela comes back from the bedroom because she had remained there still looking. And she goes like, okay, I'm going to go and check. I don't know in what room. And he goes like, okay, fine. He goes back, takes the money, leaves through the balcony window, and he disappears. So when she comes back, that is Michaela, from the room that she was in, she stole his phone, Bazenga's phone, the ladies' phones, and their laptop, and his laptop. And she wanted to get away with that. So when she comes back to the living room, Makori is nowhere in sight. She tries to go and escape through the balcony door, and the alarm is set because he had locked the door, and now the alarm was going off. So she was stuck in this house. She tried to run back to the bedroom. I don't know, she should have just gone and hid underneath the bed or something. Unless it's one of those beds that you can't really crawl under or something like that. But that's what happened. So yeah, she got arrested. Makori, on the other hand, he ran away with a bag full of cash. Nobody knew that he was the one in that house. I don't know if Michaela tried to mention him, but where are they associated? Like, you cheated on me. How am I supposed to work with you? You know? So he's seen in his house, they're eating different things. They've made a little picnic on the floor of the house. He's there shirtless, and Pacifica is, dressed like in a nice little dress, and they're on the floor, they're eating these things and they're having fun. And so they went on to get married and they had 6 kids. That was like things that were written at the end. It's not that's something that actually happened. Like, it was not put in picture, but it was written at the end because the movie ended with them eating and just laughing. And so we were told that, yeah, they got married, they lived a happy life with 6 children. And Michaela ended up in jail at Langata Women's Prison, serving how many years? I don't remember how many years they were. But yeah, she ended up in prison. And Bazenga continued living his happy life, with whoever he wanted. So he's the one who got out of this entire thing unscathed, apart from losing the money that Makori stole, of course. So yeah, that is from Kisii With Love. I've shortened it very much, so you better go and watch it on YouTube. It's very funny. It's like the way Pacifica talks is funny. The way those boys are, chipping at Makori when they're making fun of him, it is supposed to be funny. I'm more empathetic towards our men and the emotional states, especially when they're going through a heartbreak. So I didn't find those moments funny, but I found Pacifica to be very funny. And the way she was forcing issues, like, she wasn't like saying, I have to stay here, but no, she was like, your mom told me to come and I'm here. I'm your wife. And so Makori had no, like, he could have kicked her out if he wanted. You could have given her and told her, leave my house. And he tried. Then she started crying and stuff. But anyway, all in all, it was a funny movie. I give it a 6 out of 10 because of, it wasn't the best that I've ever watched, but it was still good. It was a short, simple movie, and it told what it told. It was a short story about heartbreak and how you take revenge on somebody who has hurt you. Makori never hit her. Makori never tried to get like proper revenge on her. But that, because she was going to steal. Whether Makori got involved or not, she was going to steal. And she just got what was coming to her because she broke Makori's heart. And for what? For a man, for his money. And he's not a man who was able to settle down with anybody. And then she tried to come back. Better spend your life in prison. That's your revenge. That's Makori's revenge. And I was okay with that, okay? So, yeah, I don't think there's much to say about this movie because it was shot in like 2 or 3 locations. There wasn't so much. There wasn't a lot to see. Of course, they were showing Nairobi, blah, blah, blah. The music. Do I even remember the music that was there? There was music, but I don't remember like one specific one. But it was local music. And I love the actor, Kiran Ratanya. I love him. The one who plays Weissman. And of course, Nyakundi Saboke is one of my favorite human beings, even though I've never met him, by the way. And yeah, it was a lovely short film that everyone should go and watch on YouTube so that you can support local content, okay? Go to YouTube, especially if you're a Kenyan, go to YouTube, Tidpics, page and watch the movie from Kisii With Love and check out the other movies, because there are other movies there that I'm trying to be going through them. I think after I saw Boda Love there, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try and watch the others from Tidpix. I know I said I was going to do from the rest of Africa, apart from South Africa and Nigeria on Kenyan Day. But yeah, I'd rather continue supporting those ones, because whether they are the best or not, I'll keep doing that. Because my other option was watching the TV series on Netflix and giving like episode 1 and episode 2 review, then the next Kenyan time episode 3 and episode 4, and then the other one episode 5 and episode 6. If they go to 10 like that, every 2 episodes per review. So that was my other option, and I think I'll get to that once I'm done with the movies on Tidpix and other YouTube channels that are showing Kenyan movies. So I'm going to be doing that for now. So again, I'll encourage you to go to YouTube and watch the movie from Kisii With Love. Then come back here. Tell me in the comment section if you agree with me or not, that it was a good, lovely movie, that it was a little bit funny, and that you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comment section down below. Remember that I'm still baking and I'm still cooking for people. If you want me to do like a meal plan for you and cook for the whole week at a fee, of course, I'll do that. Just DM me on my Instagram, Mimi's Mrs. Podcast, or on my TikTok, again, Mimi's Mrs. Podcast. And remember to follow me there as well. Come back here. Remember to please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, so that whenever I upload something new, you're going to be amongst the first people to come and watch. Okay? Bye-bye now. Love you.